How's everyone doing? And welcome back to On the Ball. And welcome to our first episode of Football Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We have 16 questions for our first guest, whoever's fastest on the finger. And yeah, basically it is to get to a million. Answer all 16 correct and you get £1 million. So without further ado, let's see who was fastest on the buzzer. And we have Simeon from North London coming to join us. How are you doing, Sim? Are you up for this one?
I think I was born to play this game. I'm ready for this. I'm going for the million, 100%. No cash outs, no leaving earlies. This is it. This is my time.
Well, let me just state out the rules for you. So it's 16 questions. They get increasingly harder as they do progress. You've got 3 lifelines, 50-50, which you get to take away 2 of the wrong answers. You've got Ask the Audience, where we're going to give a poll out to Twitter. And you've got Phone a Friend, where you get to phone a friend of your choice to ask for the answer of the particular question. So, shall we get into it?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's go. Let's go without further ado.
All right. And first up, we have the first question. Who won the 22-23 Premier League Golden Boot? Is it A, Erling Haaland, B, Brian Daigle, C, Ash Matic, or D, KPV?
This is one for our We Are Tottenham viewers, I think. If you're joining us from On the Ball without our We Are Tottenham, go over to that show. I think I know the answer to this. I believe by process of elimination, I don't think Brian Daigle got as many goals as Erling Haaland. KPV got close one year, I think. But I'm going to have to go for A, Erling Haaland.
That is the correct answer.
Come on.
Is off rocking and rolling with $100, it says here. But we'll go for pounds. But let's go straight into it for our next question. And that is number 2. Erling Haaland's father also played in the Premier League. What's his name? Is it George, Adamola, Alfie, or Michael?
Obviously, he ended his career with a bad injury from Roy Keane, didn't he? Back in the 90s. I remember that. I don't remember it well. I've seen the challenge. I'm pretty sure it's C, Alfie.
Alfie in Haaland. That is correct. You are 2 questions in. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I got a feeling that these questions are a bit too easy for you at the moment.
Well, it's the beginning. I expect it to get harder, but always in the beginning of Millionaire, you sail through for the first few. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, that's how most people do it. Anyway. No coughing from the audience this time. Let's go straight into number 3. An 18-year-old Wayne Rooney scored a hat-trick on his Manchester United debut. But against which team? Was it A, Tottenham Hotspur, B, Arsenal, C, Galatasaray, or D, Fenerbahce?
I remember watching this game. I was watching it live. It was a midweek, definitely a Champions League game. It was a brilliant hat-trick from Wayne Rooney as well. They won 5-2, I remember, on the day. And it was definitely against the Fenerbahce.
That is correct. You are really rocking and rolling here. 300 in the bag already. So let's go on to the 4th question. And it's, who was the manager of Manchester City before Pep Guardiola took over? Was it A, Roberto Mancini, B, Mark Hughes, C, Manuel Pellegrini, or D, Brendan Rodgers?
I don't think Brendan Rodgers was ever manager of Man City, so could definitely rule him out. I think if I've got my years correct, obviously Mancini won the league in 2012, but I'm pretty sure he left the season after that. And then who else was there? Mark Hughes was before Mancini, so definitely wasn't him. So I think that leaves one name. And that's C, Manuel Pellegrini. I'm pretty sure it's him.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 100% sure. It's Manuel Pellegrini.
100%?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Well, you could have gone for A, Roberto Mancini. But you are 1,000,000% correct.
Come on.
That is £400 in the kitty. And let's go on to question 5. You were quite confident over that one, and you had a reason to be confident. Let's go on to the next question. Which team holds the record for the fewest goals scored in a Premier League season? Is it A, Derby County, B, Sunderland, C, Middlesbrough, or D, Watford?
You know what? It's actually a tough one. That's actually a tough one. The fewest goals scored, because I know the record for the fewest points, but did they get the fewest goals?
Remember, you do have 3 lifelines. 50-50. Phone a friend. Ask the audience.
That's actually not an easy one. That is not an easy one.
He's a bit thrown off by this one.
Team holds the record for the fewest goals. I think it's between Derby and Sunderland because they were the 2 worst teams. I mean, they took a lot of batterings, Derby, but did they score? I don't remember them scoring a lot either, to be honest. They were losing lots. I would say I'm about 70% sure it's Derby, but I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. So I don't want to use my 50-50 so early on.
Are you going to roll the dice?
Am I just going to go for it?
Are you going to use up a lifeline at this early stage?
Because Sunderland in 2003, 2006, they were also a terrible team. And they held the record for the lowest points before Derby, but I think they might have scored a few more. Oh, I could be going out early here if I risk it. But surely if it's early on, it might be just the obvious one. I'm considering 50-50. Fewest goals. I feel like that question's worded in a way like everyone would say Derby because they got the fewest points. And so you want me to think it's Derby, but I don't know if it actually is Derby. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'll go...
Tense here in the studio already. 6 questions in. 5 questions in.
It's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Derby or Sunderland? I'm pretty sure it's not Borough or Watford. I'm pretty sure. I think it's Derby or Sunderland.
Want to do a 50-50?
I'll do a 50-50.
Oh, the first lifeline has been called 50-50. Computer, please take away 2 wrong answers, please. And it's Derby and Middlesbrough left. The computer has taken away Sunderland and Watford.
I'll lock in Derby then.
You're going to lock in Derby?
Yeah, I'll lock in Derby.
Positive?
I'm more confident now. I'm more confident, yeah. I'll lock in Derby.
I'm not getting that confident vibe.
I'm not, yeah, because I don't know. Look, it's one of those things, the facts that you know or you don't. I don't 100% know it, but I'm going to go for Derby.
Well, you used the lifeline. Could have said Middlesbrough. You stuck with Derby County. And I'll tell you now, you are 100% right.
Come on. Come on.
Derby
I should have just got my instincts.
Did have the fewest goals in the Premier League, and it was the year where they got the lowest points as well.
I should have just got my instincts.
Process, your thought process was 100% right going into it. So let's keep going, and we're going to go to question 6 now for £1,000. And the question is, which club holds the record for the longest unbeaten run at home in the Premier League? Is it Manchester United, B, Liverpool, C, Chelsea, or D, Arsenal?
Longest unbeaten run at home. It's also a difficult one. Well, I know that Chelsea... Mourinho, in his first spell at Chelsea, didn't lose a home game. And so I know that's at least 2 and a bit years. He didn't lose a home game while he was at Chelsea. Arsenal obviously had the Invincibles, but I don't think they went 2 years unbeaten at home. I think they were better away from home. I don't think it's Liverpool... Don't think it's Man United. It could be Man United. I'm pretty sure it's Chelsea. I think it was probably 2 years unbeaten at home under Mourinho in that spell.
Let me remind you, you do have 2 lifelines left. Ask the audience. And
again, I don't 100% know. I'm going to lock in Chelsea, see.
You're going to lock in Chelsea?
I'm locking in Chelsea. I think it's that one, Mourinho.
For £1,000, Sim has said Chelsea are the team to hold the record for the longest unbeaten run at home in the Premier League. And I can confirm that Chelsea is the right answer.
Come on!
Sim gets £1,000 locked in the back pocket.
God bless Jose's unbeaten home record. I knew that one.
And now to double your money for £2,000. Which club?
They're getting tough, these ones. Already, they're getting tough.
Which club was the first to have an entirely non-British starting 11 in the Premier League? Was it A, Arsenal, B, Chelsea, C, Manchester City, or D, Liverpool?
I am non-British. I'm fairly certain it's Arsenal, because I remember there was headlines about it when they played Palace back in 2005. They beat Palace 5-1, and I'm pretty sure. But the thing is that's throwing off. You said non-British, and I'm pretty sure that was a non-English lineup, not definitely non-British. So I'm trying to think if they had any other British players in that team potentially, which I'm not thinking of, because I'm fairly certain it's Arsenal had the first non-British, but it was definitely I think it was non-English. But I don't remember any headlines about City, Chelsea, or Liverpool. So, you know what? I'm going to lock it in. I'm pretty sure it is Arsenal. Hey,
Final answer?
Final answer.
Well, the club which had the first for a non-British starting 11 in the Premier League was Arsene Wenger's Arsenal. So that is another right answer for Simeon.
Come on.
£2,000.
Come on. Get in there. Oh, I'm scared to think what the later ones are. They're already getting tough. They're already getting tough.
Now, moving on to double your money once again, this time for £4,000. Which player appeared in the Premier League as a substitute goalkeeper and kept a clean sheet? Was it A, Harry Kane, B, Rio Ferdinand, C, Phil Jagielka, or D, Kyle Walker?
Well, I'm pretty confident with this one, because I remember Kane going goal for Spurs, but it was in the Europa League game and he made a howler, so he didn't keep a clean sheet. I remember Rio Ferdinand went in goal, I think, in the FA Cup game for Man United against Portsmouth, but he conceded a penalty, and that was in the FA Cup as well. Kyle Walker, I remember going in goal, but I'm pretty sure that was in the Champions League, so I don't think it's him. And I remember Phil Jagielka going goal in a 1-0 win for Sheffield United against Arsenal in a Saturday night game. I remember watching that live. And Paddy Kenny, I remember it was a talking point because they'd left a goalkeeper off the bench, and they were saying if Paddy Kenny does get an injury, Phil Jagielka's going to go in goal, and he got injured like 20 minutes in, and Phil Jagielka ended up going goal, and he actually had a really good game. So I'm pretty sure it's C, Phil Jagielka.
And that is what you call great knowledge, because the answer is C, Phil Jagielka. He is the player to appear in the Premier League as a goalkeeper and keeping a clean sheet. So that brings us to very close to halfway house now.
Getting there.
On to that was halfway house, to be honest. 8 questions of the 16. How do you feel you're getting on?
I'm doing well. I've got 2 lifelines still to go. So I'm pretty happy with our performance, but the questions are getting tough. The questions are getting tough. So
it ain't going to get any easier, I promise you that.
All right. Well, I've got to dig into that knowledge even further. But I'm getting the million. I'm on it.
2 lifelines left to go. Ask the audience and phone a friend. Let's move on to question number 9 for £8,000. Which Premier League player has picked up the most red cards? Is it A, Vinnie Jones, B, Patrick Vieira, C, Eric Cantona, or D, Roy Keane?
I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I'm about 75% sure that it's Patrick Vieira, because I remember he got a lot of reds, and I think he was leading the way on a lot of them. Cantona, Vinnie Jones, and Roy Keane obviously picked up their fair share. But during his time at Arsenal, I'm pretty sure Vieira picked up about 8 red cards, I think, or something like that. I'm pretty sure he was the one. But I'm not 100%. Could be Roy Keane. Who was in the... I think Roy Keane was obviously in the Premier League for longer. But I'm pretty sure I remember reading this a while ago, and I'm fairly certain it was Patrick Vieira. But it's a big risk just to lump it all in. Which player has the most Premier League red cards? I'm going to lock it in PB, that Patrick Vieira.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure. But
You do have a phone a friend and ask the audience.
I'm fairly certain it's Patrick Vieira. I feel like I might need those other lifelines, but again, I might need it in this one. Vieira got quite a few reds. Yeah, I'm going to lock it in. B, Patrick Vieira.
Well, I can confirm that Roy Keane got 7 red cards in the Premier League. Vinnie Jones also got 7 red cards in the Premier League. Eric Cantona was less than 7 in the Premier League.
I said Vieira got 8.
And Patrick Vieira got 8 red cards in the Premier League.
Oh, brilliant. Come on.
But he's actually level top with Duncan Ferguson and Richard Dunn as well, who also both have 8 red cards in the Premier League.
That was a big bit of a leap of faith, but I was pretty sure it was Vieira.
Patrick Vieira, you can always count on him for a red card. Let's get on to the next question. Question number 10 for £16,000. In the 2002 to 2003 season, who won the Premier League Golden Boot? Was it A, Thierry Henry, B, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, C, Ruud van Nistelrooy, or D, Didier Drogba?
Obviously, this was in the height of Henry's career, so he was very high up. Drogba hadn't even entered the Premier League yet, so it wasn't him. Hasselbank was nearing the end of his Chelsea career, so I don't think it was him. This was the season that Van Nistelrooy set the record for most consecutive games scored in. And I'm pretty sure United won the league that year. I think it... But I still have a sneaky feeling it still might be Henry. I'm like 80% sure it was Van Nistelrooy, though. I'm pretty sure Ruud van Nistelrooy won the Golden Boot.
50-50's gone.
Yeah.
Ask the audience and phone a friend is there. Are you going to risk that 20% chance?
Yeah. Ruud van Nistelrooy, C.
The answer is C, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Come on!
16,000 in the bag now.
Come on.
Now we're getting to the business end of the game. This
big
is
numbers
now
are
to
coming
go
out.
up to £32,000. You ready?
Let's go.
Big money at stake here now. And the next question is, who holds the record for most Premier League own goals in the history of the Premier League? Is it A, Martin Skrtel, B, Jamie Carragher, D, Richard Dunn, or D, Craig Short?
Again, I've got 2 names that stand out here. I don't think it's Martin Skrtel, and I don't think it's Craig Short. I think it's between Richard Dunn and Jamie Carragher. And I know Carragher held the record for like an obscene amount of own goals against Tottenham. He was like, at one point, he was the top goal scorer for Tottenham against Liverpool, I remember. Or something like that. But I do think Richard Dunn has the most own goals. I'm still a bit torn. I'm a bit less confident than I am about the Van Nistelrooy answer than this one. I think Richard Dunn does have a lot of own goals, though.
Does Jamie Carragher have a lot of own goals
I think
too? Carragher
might be second. That's the trouble. I'm fairly certain it's Richard Dunn. Carragher play. I'm trying to think if Carragher ever overtook him. Most own goals in Premier League history. I'm going to lock it in. C, Richard Dunn.
So, Martin Skrtel scored 7 own goals. Jamie Carragher also scored 7 own goals. Can't even tell you how many own goals Craig Short scored. But Richard Dunn, do you have any idea how many own goals Richard Dunn would have scored?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Well, Richard Dunn scored 10 own goals.
Come on.
He is the leading goal scorer in the Premier League for own goals.
Let's go.
That is 32,000 locked in now for £64,000. Still with 2 lifelines as well.
Come on. Doing well.
Let's go on to the next question. Who was the first player from Asia to score in the Premier League? Was it A, Ji-sung Park, B, Shinji Kagawa, C, Heung-min Son, or D, Sun Ji-hai?
Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think we can rule out Son because Kagawa, Park, and Sun Ji-hai all played before. And I know.
Great process of elimination.
Yeah, so we can rule out Sonny, unfortunately. Kagawa, I think we can rule out Kagawa because Ji-sung Park was before him as well, and I'm certain Ji-sung Park would have scored. Okay. Now, the problem is, did Sun Ji-hai ever score a Premier League goal? Because he came into Man City before Ji-sung Park did, at Man United. Ji-sung Park definitely scored, but did Sun Ji-hai ever score for Man City? I don't know. I don't know that for sure. That's a toughie. Did Sun Ji-hai ever score for Man City? And if he did score, was it before Ji-sung Park scored? I have a feeling he did score, but I don't know if he scored his first goal before Ji-sung Park did. Ji-sung Park definitely scored a few for Man United. I think Sun Ji-hai joined in like 2004 or something. And again, that could have been similar time actually to Park Ji-sung. Oh, it's another close one.
So what are you going to go for?
I'm torn. Ji-sung Park or Sun Ji-hai? Did Sun Ji-hai ever score for City? Or was it Ji-sung Park? I can't remember at the time. I can't remember any headlines about first ever Asian player to score. Oh, it's a toughie.
Still got 2 lifelines. Do you want to use one of them?
Yeah.
What are you going to use?
Ask the audience.
All right. Second lifeline is about to be used. We're going to ask the audience who was the first player from Asia to score in the Premier League. Was it A, Ji-sung Park, B, Shinji Kagawa, C, Heung-min Son, or D, Sun Ji-hai? So, audience, on the buzzers, time starts now.
I'm leaning towards Sun Ji-hai, but I don't know for sure.
And the votes are in. The audience have given a helping hand, but I'm not sure how much of a helping hand it's actually been, because the question was, who was the first player from Asia to score in the Premier League? Ji-sung Park was A. He's got 35.9%. Shinji Kagawa, 8.7%. Heung-min Son got 17.5%. And Sun Ji-hai has 37.9%. So the audience are split, just like you were.
I was split between those two, but a sneaky feeling telling me if Sun Ji-hai wasn't it, he would have got a lot less because he's a bit more of an unknown player. And I was leaning towards Sun Ji-hai because I know Sun Ji-hai played before Ji-sung Park. He joined City before Ji-sung Park joined United. So I was leaning towards Sun Ji-hai. The audience have just lent towards Sun Ji-hai, so I'm going to go Sun Ji-hai, D.
He's taken a leap of faith from the audience. He's going for the most voted question. And I can confirm that Shinji Kagawa's first goal for Manchester United was in the 2012 to 2013 season against Fulham. It was a tap-in a 2-1 win against Fulham. But Sun Ji-hai's first goal was in a 2-0 win against Birmingham in the 2002 to 2003 season.
Come on.
Another correct answer.
He did score for City.
Only one lifeline left to go. He actually scored in the Premier League in three separate occasions. So three goals for Sun Ji-hai in the Premier League. But let's keep moving. This time for 125,000. What is the next question? The next question is, which of these players did not score 5 goals in a Premier League match? Was it Alan Shearer, Dimitar Berbatov, Jermaine Defoe, or Thierry Henry?
Well, I know Defoe did for Spurs in a 9-1 win against Wigan, 100%. I know Berbatov did against Blackburn in a 7-1 win. I'm pretty sure Shearer did against Spurs as well, potentially, or Sheffield Wednesday. I'm pretty sure Shearer did. The only person I don't think did was Thierry Henry. I'm fairly certain Henry I remember him scoring 4 against Leeds. I don't think he ever was in the 5 club though. I'm pretty sure on this one. I'm pretty sure Shearer did. I'm going to lock in D, Thierry Henry.
And I think that's another completely correct answer.
Come
Thierry
on!
Henry is the player that did not score 5 goals. He did score 4 goals, but 5 was a bit too much. Berbatov, completely right, and Defoe and Alan Shearer as well did score 4 or 5 goals each.
Who Shearer scored against? Was it Spurs?
I don't have that info in front of me, unfortunately.
All right, I thought it might have been Spurs.
But, wow, just 3 questions away now.
Wow, I'm sweating.
1 lifeline left to go.
I'm sweating.
All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Now for £250,000. Out of these teams, after being promoted to the Premier League, finished in the highest position in their debut season. Was it Wolves, Newcastle United, Sheffield United, or Blackburn Rovers? Which of these teams finished highest in the league after being promoted to the Premier League?
Thing is, I don't know when Blackburn were promoted. Blackburn, I'm pretty sure they started in the Premier League, didn't they? And then they got relegated and they never came back. So I don't know if it was them. Sheffield United came up and finished like 7th. Wolves came up in 18-19. Well, they've come up a few times, but I don't think in 18-19 they finished top half. Newcastle got promoted in 2011 and finished 5th, just after being promoted. And that was a great season. They finished 5th. I remember that with Demba Ba and Papi Cisse. The only thing is I'm worried about Blackburn. That's the only one I'm worried about because they obviously won the league. I don't think that was just after being promoted though. So not 100% sure, but I think I have to go for B, Newcastle. I think I have to. I'm confident. Yeah, B, Newcastle.
Well, I can confirm to you that Sheffield United and Wolves are not in the top 5 teams in terms of top places after being promoted. Blackburn Rovers, right, in 92-93, they finished 4th.
Oh.
But
that was
Newcastle in 93-94 finished 3rd. So it's a right answer.
But they got promoted then.
Apparently so.
Is that right?
Newcastle forward Andy Cole battled with Peter Everton during the FA Premier League. Yeah, they got promoted that year.
They won in 92-93.
Apparently not.
Wow. Oh my God, that was lucky. Oh, I thought I was done. Newcastle finished 3rd after getting promoted. Wow. Oh my God. My heart sank when I heard Blackburn finish 4th. And Blackburn also got promoted.
Yep, these are all promoted teams.
Wow. Oh my God. I was going for the wrong season. I came up with the right answer.
Just
oh my
about.
God.
A slice of luck there for Sim. And he is in for the big money now. £250,000 in the bag. What is up next? Let's have a look.
My God. Got away with that one. Jesus.
You are 2 questions away. This question for £500,000. You still have 1 lifeline left to go. Which Premier League club had the highest average possession percentage in the 1920 season? Was it A, Chelsea, B, Man City, C, Liverpool, or D, Manchester United?
This was obviously the season Liverpool won the league. And they were unbelievable. And they battered everyone. Man City still going to be a team with a lot of high percentage. don't think Chelsea finished 4th, but I don't think they were not going to be in the running. This was Ollie's season at Man United. They finished also they finished 3rd maybe under Ollie during the COVID season. So it's 50-50 again. It's a 50-50 again between Liverpool and Man City.
Still have one lifeline left to go.
I don't know if any of my friends will know this answer because it's so tight. It could be either of them. City are the more possession-based team, but Liverpool were the better team that season. And City finished quite a way behind them. But considering this is to go to 1 million...
You could always take another leap of faith and save that lifeline for the final answer, final question. Or use your lifeline. Phone a friend.
Ooh. Average possession. Was it City or Liverpool? This is so tough. Liverpool battered everyone that year, but did they average more possession than everyone? Or was it City? Liverpool's the obvious choice, but it makes me feel like it's not them. It's literally 50-50. I'm 50-50 on this. I really am. I'm not confident at all. Do I go for a 50-50 shot? Or do I ask someone? I do know a Liverpool fan. Will he know the answer to this, though? Will he know the answer to this question? Do I bank on him? Will he pick up the phone?
If he doesn't pick up the phone, is that it? Is that phone a friend gone?
I think by the rules it is. I can't remember. I think there used to be times they didn't pick up the phone and that was it. Liverpool or City? Liverpool or City? More highest average possession. But Liverpool had a bit of a stumble late on, so did that affect their possession numbers? Oh, I'm 50-50 here. I really don't know. It's a bit of a guess. I'm trying to think. Let's see. I'm gonna... Is Liverpool the obvious answer? Or is it still just going to be City? I'm going to risk it, I think. I'm going to risk it. And I'm going to go...
penultimate question.
I'm going to risk it. And I'm going to go for B Man City.
Oh, my God. He's called it. You sure?
I'm going for it. I'm
100%?
going for it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm locked in. I'm going for B Man City.
All right. Well, I can confirm that the lowest possession was Manchester United with 55.8%. Chelsea had 60.4%. Man City had 66.2%. And Liverpool has 62.9%. So Simeon has pulled through once again.
Come on.
Unbelievable stuff going on over here. And that brings us to the final question.
For 1 million.
£1 million.
Get that confetti ready, people. Get that confetti ready.
Got a check here for £500,000.
Can I touch it?
Can touch it. But we don't want to give you that. We're going straight to the last question. Now on to the final question for £1 million. Simeon is one question away from being a football millionaire. Ooh. Still got one lifeline to go on the final question. What dreams are made of, really. One lifeline to go. A phone call of your choice. But let's get into the final question, guys. Let's go. Which player hit 50 goals in the fewest amount of games in the Premier League? Was it Ruud van Nistelrooy, Alan Shearer, Andrew Cole, or Harry Kane?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Which player hit 50 goals in the least amount of games? Sim looks stumped.
Say again, and Alan Shearer, Ruud van Nistelrooy,
Andrew Cole, or Harry Kane?
Harry Kane hit it pretty quickly. He did hit it pretty quickly. But he hit it in... When did he hit it? He probably hit it after like... He hit it within 2 seasons. Because he got 21 and then he got 20... Oh wait, maybe he didn't hit it. Maybe he hit it at the beginning of the next season. Because he got 21, then he got 25. Shearer was just balling from a very young age. But it was Southampton and Blackburn. Don't know how many he hit for Southampton. It could be, you know what, it could be any of them. It could be any of them. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy hit him pretty quickly as well because he signed in 2001. 2002, 03, he got the Golden Boot. 01, 02, I think he probably got 20. I don't know if he got that many though. Andy Cole. Got a sneaky feeling it might be Kane. I think it's between Kane and Shearer, you know? Kane and Shearer. Oh, Shearer was hitting them at a ridiculous rate early on. It's going to be tough to phone a friend on this one, but I'll do it just to see if he can get me any better ideas, if he knows.
Is that locked in? You're calling a friend?
I'll phone a friend. All
right. Who are you going to be calling today?
I'm going to be calling my oldest friend, longtime friend, David Byron. Good friend of mine.
I think I might
a lot of ball knowledge.
I think I might have his number. So let's give him a call on loudspeaker. Just got to confirm this is still his number, to be honest.
Let me see.
Is that his number?
Let me see. No.
What about this?
No.
All right. Give me your phone then. Can you hear this?
Hello?
Hi, is this David Byron?
Yes.
It's Ben Daniel here from On the Ball, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I've got your friend here, Simeon, who's on the final question for £1 million, and he's chosen you for Who Phone a Friend.
Cool.
You've got 30 seconds starting from now.
Hi, Dave. All right, the question is, which of these players hit 50 Premier League goals in the fewest amount of games? Ruud van Nistelrooy, Alan Shearer, Andy Cole, or Harry Kane? It's a toughie.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
It's a toughie.
Say the options again.
Van Nistelrooy, Shearer, Cole, or Kane?
Oh, I'll go for Kane.
You think Kane?
Yeah.
So you don't think Shearer?
Ooh. You know what, Shearer?
Time's up.
Time's up. All right, Dave, thanks.
All right, cool.
All right, well, he was as split as you are.
Kane and Shearer wasn't the best help. Oh, was it Kane or was it Shearer? Kane or Shearer? Do I go with my boy? Was it Van Nistelrooy or Cole? I don't think it was Cole. Something's telling me not Cole. Van Nistelrooy was really quick. Something's telling me it's Shearer because he racked up so many goals in his early years in the Prem, but he went for Southampton. The problem is he played at Southampton. He had a good record for them. Was it Kane or Shearer? I think it's really close between the two. I reckon it's really close. I'm going to lock in. Who am I going to lock in? I'm going to lock in... Am I going my boy? He's not my boy anymore. He left. He left. Maybe that's the deciding thing. Kane or Shearer? Oh, I'm leaning towards Shearer. I just think he had a ridiculous goal scoring record. I know if you take goals to game ratio, I think he's actually still just ahead of Harry Kane.
But did he do it quicker?
50 goals. Kane was quick though. Kane was quick. But that's the thing. Shearer had more games in his early years as well. So whether if we take it by season, I'm gonna go B. Alan Shearer. I'm gonna lock it in.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Sure.
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna lock it in. B. Alan Shearer.
That has been locked in. He has gone for B. Alan Shearer. I can confirm that Harry Kane is bottom of this list
Bottom.
with 90 games.
Wow. Okay. So it wasn't between them two.
Alan Shearer did it in 66 games.
Oh.
Ruud van Nistelrooy did it in 68 games.
Oh.
Andy Cole did it in 65 games. I'm sorry, it's the wrong answer, Sim. Andy Cole was the correct answer with 65 games. Alan Shearer did it in one game more than Andy Cole.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, but you go home with a respectable 500,000 over here. You do miss out on the last question.
I can't believe it. One game. Oh, Andy Cole. I didn't know his game. I didn't know your game, Andy Cole. Jesus. 65 games. Respect. I think Andy Cole deserves more respect, to be fair, in the football community. He doesn't get involved enough in the conversation about greatest striker ever. And I'm sure you'll be putting him in the conversation. He's the best ever now, Andy Cole. Respect to him. Oh man, I'm gutted. Oh, I won't take it. Is what it is. I can't believe it.
We've got a very gutted Sim in the office here, but look, 500,000 is nothing to be sniffed at. You played a great game today, Sim.
Thank you.
We'll see you all next time when I'm going to be put on the hot seat of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't know if I can beat those of what Sim did today, but we'll see how it goes next time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We'll see you all very soon and see you next time.